First delivery to him on the way. Lofted in the air out to right field. Number 6 is right there, and it's a very quick out. Number 1.
Center fielder number 2, Denard Span.
Here's the center fielder, Denard Span. He's 2 for 3 thus far. And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Action now in the Washington bullpen as a right-hander begins to get loose. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And he just misses with a curveball. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Out in front as he rolls over it to second. Singh is there on to first, and it's a quick start to the 7th as now there are 2 away.
The right fielder, number 8, Hunter Pence.
Here's the right fielder, Hunter Pence. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Franz Evo will get the ball here as he looks to get the final out in the top of the 7th.
Franz Evo. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out.
That's a big fastball, obviously, and we're going to see this reliever throw it a lot.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. Well, as demonstrated there, that's a tough pitch to do anything with.
Yeah, good luck. But hey, a high fastball all of a sudden becomes really dangerous for a pitcher if it's not spotted above the zone. A little height difference makes all the difference.
Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
And you know what? Give this guy some credit up there because this had the look of being a very quick inning. He's been able to stretch this at bat out a little bit, and that's something that shouldn't go unnoticed.
And a good swing there by Pence, but he got the bat through a bit too quickly as this will find the seats. Foul. Here's another 2-2. Now here's another pitch fouled off and heading for the seats, and he's just fighting to stay alive here. Still 2-2. And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now.
I got to commend him for being a really tough out right now. Not everyone will battle like this with 2 outs and nobody on.
Neither guy giving in. Here's the next one. Heading out towards shallow right. Under it is the right fielder, and that's the 3rd out. Giants down in order. They still lead it 2-1. Corey Guerin gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home seventh.
62, Corey Guerin.
Ready for another chance. J.D. Sizemore will try and get something started in the home half of the seventh.
J.D. Sizemore.
Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat, 1-0. Here comes the 1-0. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Well, he's got a nice count, 2-0. I know he's looking for something to hit here, but hey, a walk wouldn't hurt you either. Down late in the game, base runners don't hurt.
The 2-0 on the way. 3-0 now.
Well, this is not how he wanted to come into this game out of the bullpen. The leadoff man of the inning, he finds himself down 3-0 in count. He's got to take a deep breath, refocus, and get back in this game.
Got to find the strike zone. Here's the 3-0. And he takes a pitch right down the middle. He's set. Here's the 3-1. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Man, that's a tough one to swallow. You're hanging on to a slim lead, and the last thing you want to do is give up a leadoff walk. Seems like those are the ones that always come back to haunt you. So we'll see if that's the case here.
So digging in now, Colin Kilgore, leadoff man on base, and we'll see what they have in mind strategy-wise here. Oh, wild pitch, but the catcher is able to knock it down. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
I think this all stems from the fact that they're trying to make sure the guy at the plate doesn't hurt them at all. And with that base open at first, they might opt to just put him on.
Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Looks at a slider over the outer half for strike 2.
He's in a tough spot right now, 0-2. This is one of those at-bats. You look back and you go, I got to get the man over. But now 0-2, you just got to try to make contact now.
The 0-2 delivery. And this one's in the dirt. Good job there as the count goes to 1-2. He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. And this is swung on and missed. And boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Standing in now, Big Daddy, as he'll take a look at the pitch too low. It's ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. One 0 count. Here it is. Sinker stayed high but called for a strike. Hits this one hard the other way. Panic is there, and he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the 2nd out.
Now batting, third baseman, Joel.
Now in the box, Joel Scarborough. He's looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. Wouldn't bite on a good sinker that time that missed.
With the runner on third, 2 outs, base open, and a good hitter at the plate, You have to be smart and not give in. If you walk this guy, so what? It's a lot worse if you give him a ball that he can hurt you on.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And you wonder about the control now as he misses high with the slider.
Hey, now 2-0 with a great hitter up, a runner on third and 2 outs. This is not the spot where you want to be challenging a hitter like this. This is where you have to pitch very careful.
Here's the 2-0. Too tight with that one. 3-0. Here it comes on 3-0. And he won't even have to take the bat off its moorings. A 4-pitch walk here.
And with the bases empty, you don't feel bad about walking. That guy, he's capable of taking deep every time he digs in. So it's not the worst thing in the world to work around him if you can.
Derek Law trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away.
Derek Law.
Mays will be the first one to greet him now as he'll do so with runners at the corners and 2 out in the inning. And a fastball's off the plate away. It's ball 1.
This is the guy they're going to have to be careful with. He could put 3 runs on the board in a hurry. So expect them to try to get him to chase something out of the zone if they can.
One 1-0 count. Here it is. That's inside. 2-0.
That's the kind of pitch that reminds me of many reasons why I wasn't a very good hitter. This thing was inside and coming in hot, and he just gave a stone-cold take. I'm bailing out of the way if I'm in the box, no doubt about
it. Got himself a 2-0 fastball there, but he couldn't connect. 2-1. Big spot. 2 out, possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. And this is fouled back and out of play. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And strike 3 called as he says, you got to be kidding me, with the side retired. Fine work out of the San Francisco bullpen. 8th inning coming up. The Giants lead it 2-1. Digging in to try it again, Brandon Belt. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8.
Brandon Belt.
Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. Chopped weakly up the first base line. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
The catcher, number 28, Buster Posey.
Standing in, Buster Posey. Last time through was a base hit. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But a foul ball here, 0-1. And he lays off for ball 1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. A breaking ball over the outside corner for strike two.
That is a filthy combination. High 90s with the fastball and then that nasty curveball. It's almost unhittable, almost unfair to the hitter.
And the fastball easy to lay off that time. 2-2. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Fastball, strike three called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are two away.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on two strikes, anything that close can go either way.
Here's Joe Panic, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hard hit ball to second. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single. So the 2-out base hit, and the top of the inning is still alive.
Hey, sometimes you got to just get lucky. He got out in front, hooked it, and just found a hole.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Pablo Sandoval. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. And a neck-high fastball that time. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. Ripped down the first base line, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Ready on 1-2, and he chased it in the dirt, and that ends the inning. Giants leave one as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Will Smith is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 13, Will Smith.
Coming to the plate now, Avi Singh comes into this at bat. 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Singh.
Up and in there with the first pitch fastball. It's ball 1. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. But a foul ball. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Trying to bunt here, but this winds up hitting him. And they're going to say that he went after it. A strange strike two. And now before the 1-2, time is called at home plate. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Oh, and that runs in and gets him. So now the potential tying run is aboard to lead off the inning.
Wow, you never want the tying run on base, especially that way. Looked like he lost his release point and the ball ran inside until it caught him. Now we'll see if he can work around it.
Stepping in now, James as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. His first plate appearance resulted in an intentional walk. And here's a ball hit in the air. Pence on the run. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Now batting.
Stepping into the box, number 6. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And here's a fastball in for strike 1. 91 miles an hour that time. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And he leaves the fastball up there. Mistaken location. He is going to pay for it dearly as that ball is sent over the wall. A home run. So it's a 2-run shot to right center. His first homer so far in the series as the Nationals claim a 3-2 lead.
People always wonder why some players make so much money, and there's your answer. The great ones find a way to rise to the occasion in the postseason, and he did right there.
Into the box, Darius Bigby as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
This inning really feels like it's getting away from him out there. As a reliever, you can't let that happen. Nothing you can do about what's already happened, and it's only going to get worse if you're not focusing on the guy in the batter's box.
Too high, and it's 3-0. J.D. Sizemore waits on deck. 3-0 count. Here it comes. And he takes ball 4 again. And they clearly just don't want any part of him in this one.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
In now, J.D. Sizemore. And he'll step off and fire to the bag. Runner's back. And that's in there for strike 1. Set to deliver the 0-1. In the dirt here. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
I love how aggressive he is. He's just attacking the zone with the fastball. Here it is. Now he's at 1-2 count, and really he can go anywhere he wants now.
Runners on first with 1 down. Now we'll snap one off over to the bag. Runner back standing. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
In now, Colin Kilgore, as he'll take a look at a slider that can't make it back to the corner. It's ball one. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. From the belt, kicks and deals.
Ball two.
And that's just off the corner and low, ball two.
Now he finds himself down 2-0. It looks like he's just distracted. This is the advantage of having a guy on first base who can run.
Two and 0 count. Here it comes. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball. Now we'll step off and fire to the bag. And he'll get back in standing. 2 out with the man at first. Slapped hard the opposite way. And that's in there. Base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
That's a ball he worked on all day. I was out here early. He stayed with it and just shot it the other way. Beautiful execution of a game plan.
Hunter Strickland enters here looking to get the final out before the 9th inning.
Number 60, Hunter Strickland.
Into the box now, Big Daddy, as he takes one in tight. Had to scramble out of the way there. It's ball one. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. That hole getting a little deeper now. It's 2-0.
This is where you really got to focus with runners on base. You got 2-0 count. You have a tendency to get a little anxious thinking you can drive somebody in. Stay focused. Get your pitch.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
Trying to keep the deficit right where it is. The pitch. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call. Both teams have 9 hits on the scoreboard. And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. Nats pick up a pair in the inning on this 2-run home run. Last chance coming up for the G-men, and Washington's taken a 3-2 lead. Nick Hundley will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 5, Nick Hundley.
Bubba takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Now here's the pitch. 2-0 now. Now a ball hit high in the air, deep down the line in left. Hook shaking just a little, and a big sigh of relief on the mound as that nearly tied it, but this ball is foul. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. This is line to left, and that's going to be a base hit. So a great job off the bench, and he's aboard here to lead off the inning.
That's a big leadoff hit late in the game right there. Now you're down one. You get the leadoff guy on. Now he can do a lot of things. Will he steal? Will they bunt him over? Will he score on a gapper? Maybe score on a home run. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how they get him home.
Time called here, as with the potential tying run aboard, they'll make the move to get a little more speed out there. Quick check on that tying run at first. Don't want to forget about him. Perhaps wisely, another look to first, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Stepping in now, Jarrett Parker, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball one. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Here's the 1-0. And he misses with a high changeup that time, a dangerous pitch. Here he comes on 2-0. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Set to deliver on 2-1. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner.
That's a pretty good break right there. Breaking all the way across the zone. Now it's a little dangerous. He gets to see that ball a long time. But man, that's a nasty snap-dragon hook right there.
Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number one.
Really important time for a strikeout there, guys. Tying run at first, so objective number one is straining him on base. And now with one out, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that run.
So a crucial moment here, and standing in, number 63. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run. Quick check on that tying run at first. Just keeping him close. First offering on its way. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder. This gets foul. It's 0-1. The 0-1 delivery. And that misses 1-1.
He obviously wanted that call in the corner, but if he continues to put the ball right there, he's going to get that call, and he's going to keep pitching as well as he is.
Throw over to the bag, back in standing. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Takes a good curveball at the knees. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. Count holds at 1-2.
That's a nice pitch right there. He threw him a breaking ball, comes back with the fastball, and now he's late. Now he doesn't know how to adjust. He's kind of caught in between. You got him set up perfectly.
Lifted the other way to left center. Falling for it, Sizemore makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Digging in, Denard Span. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Quick check on that tying run at first. And he's back easily. And another throw over, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one.
Well, if you could throw it for a strike consistently, a first pitch changeup is effective. Hitters are almost never looking for it.
Now a throw over to first, and he's back standing. 0-1, here it comes. Lifted the other way out to left center. Big Daddy is after it, and he tracks it down. And this ball game is over.
Yeah, and the home crowd is loving it as they jumped out in front in the bottom of the 8th, and they did what they had to do in the 9th to seal the deal.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and lift your team to victory. He was certainly a big factor here, and it was pretty cool to see.
Three to 2, the finish in tonight's game. Washington get the win to take a 2-0 series lead. So that's a wrap here tonight. Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, thanking you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. Have a great night.